Day 207 in the Ford Explorer Studios. It is hot in LA today, okay? It is damn hot. How hot? Super hot. No heckling, James Taylor. That's how it's going to work, all right? A PSA before we kick off. My eyes. I have two lazy eyes, okay? The glasses do the heavy lifting, but occasionally they do look in different directions. So if I am looking at the wrong thing occasionally, it's just because I'm tired, folks. I am sorry, okay? We're not trying to do that. But let's kick this thing off already because you came here for a good giggle. I want to start by giving you a PSA. There is a movie called The Lost City of Z, okay? Do not waste 2 hours and 21 minutes of your life on this movie, please, okay? The movie suggests that they find a lost city of Z, okay? This British explorer that Charlie Hunnam plays goes down the jungle, doesn't find anything. Comes back, has a kid. Goes down the jungle again, doesn't find anything. Comes back, has another kid. Goes back to the jungle again, this time takes a kid, doesn't come back, doesn't find anything. Now, in the whole movie, okay, you don't see the lost city of Z. He has 3 kids. You don't even see him make a kid. There's not even any dirty leg in this thing, okay? I don't even get turned on from this movie, all right? What they need to do is retitle this movie. They didn't find shit. That'll work just fine, okay? That's what they should call us. They should show this movie in prisons. That'd be awesome. Nothing like a movie that never ends, okay? To finish a movie. Now, while we're on the subject of that movie, I'd like to extend something that I'm sure all of you would love to do these days. I think I've come up with a new election strategy for myself to run for office. If I was in charge of things, you'd be allowed to punch one person per month in the face, free of retaliation. Per month, you get 1 free shot on the person of your choice. Okay? 1 free shot on the person of your choice. That's what you get. All right? God damn, people keep texting. Okay? If anybody's having any trouble with it freezing right now, I hope that's not happening. Okay? We're going as hard as we can here. I'm not sure what's going on if there's freezing. All right? Freezing. Is it freezing? Is the video freezing, folks? Or are we good? I'm going to go with we're good right now, okay? I really hope we're good. Because otherwise this is a huge, colossal waste of time. And I'm going to be not eating for the next 2 weeks if that's the case. Okay, you should be able to punch one person in the face a month. Okay? If you're allowed to punch one person, if you're a dick, if you get hit 10 times, can you imagine how much of an asshole you must be? 10 people wasted their punch on you. Okay? The reason I'm sweating so much in here right now is I have to keep the windows closed because sunset is in the back. You know what? We'll work on that. All right? Instagram Live, while we're at it. Okay? Everybody's fallen guilty to this in the last 2 weeks. When you see your favorite person going live on Instagram, you're like, I'm going to go and check that out. You open the chat up, you're the first person in there. Now, he's my favorite, but he ain't my favorite that much. Now it's awkward. Now, what do? They saw you in there. Do you back out of that chat, or do you just keep on going? I don't know what you do. This whole thing, this whole pandemic is getting into the way of my favorite pastime. And my favorite pastime, folks, and one I guarantee that you should do as well, is you go to the airport, you fly in South, it doesn't matter what you're flying. If you're flying Delta, United, whatever, get there super early. Check in, grab a coffee, and go over to Spirit and sit down and watch other people check in at Spirit. I can tell you right now, that is the best entertainment that you will get, is watching people lose their fucking mind at Spirit. Okay? Unbelievable experience, all right? Now, admittedly, it does trip up a few people who can't read, because if you don't read the fine print, and you always know that there's going to be that moment at the end where Spirit charge you $2 for your boarding pass if you didn't print it off. Okay? $2 if you didn't print it off, okay? That will drift you, that'll make you insane. You've already been charged for 2 bags of carry-on and your shoes, and now you're going to charge me for a boarding pass as well. That's usually when people lose their minds and just go, poof. All right, folks, I've been watching a lot of television, obviously, while everybody's been locked in. Okay? I've seen a lot of TV. Now, I think my scenario here is a little rough, but it's nowhere near as rough in this little Indonesian island where 7-year-old kids are made into horse jockeys. I'm not kidding you. I'm dying. I'm watching TV and I'm dying because they got these little 7-year-old kids strapped to the back of these horses. And I say strapped because there's no fucking saddle. All there is this kid bareback on the back of a pony with his hand around the neck, just getting dragged along like this at 100 miles an hour, while a bunch of fucking people are on the sideline watching, betting on these horses. Poor old jockeys on the back. Here's the problem. The jockeys are making $600 to $700 a week. They're 7 years old. They're trying to convince this kid to stay in school. Little Duk over here, he don't want to fucking go to school. He's balling out at 7. Balling out at 7. And riding a horse like a lunatic. God knows he's going to be burned out by the time he's 11. He's probably going to have a coke addiction. He's going to be married to a stripper from fucking Philippines. And that's going to be his life by the end of it. G'day, Jordan. Nice to see you and your friends, mate. Happy you made it. I'll tell you one thing, though. LA, you can get away with anything around here, all right? You really can. I speak a little bit of Japanese. Just a little bit. But with my accent, it comes out completely lunatic shit. I get pulled over by a cop the other week. I'm fucked. If this guy asked for everything at the time, I was in a lot of shit. So you know what I said? He said, license and registration, please. And I said, Konbanwa o genki desu ka? Chiketo wa iramasen. Which basically says, how you doing, officer? I'm sorry. And he said, you need to speak English. And then I said, wakarimasen, wakarimasen, wakarimasen. Which means I don't understand. So if you're trying to get out of a traffic ticket, I guarantee you, if you speak an Asian language and you're my demographic, you're going to get out of it. Because after I sat there for a while and basically said, Chikato wa iramasen, wakarimasen, and I apologize to people who speak Japanese because I murdered the shit out of that, just like Sean Connery did in Rising Sun. I'll tell you one thing right now, Australian accent with a Japanese accent is the stupidest fucking thing you will ever hear. Holy shit, it's hot in here. All right, folks. We're going to keep on going. One thing I want to tell you guys while we're doing here. Okay, you can see it over on my right shoulder. These shows right now basically keep me going out here. I don't get unemployment due to a citizenship app that's in right now. I don't get unemployment. These shows keep everything alive. So if you want to see me do another one, feel free, please, to donate to Venmo, my PayPal, and my Cash App. It just puts food on the table right now, folks. We're going to keep on going and get back into this. All right. I should be in jail because I'm driving along in LA the other day and 4 kids in a Lexus pulled up next to my Texas plated Ford Explorer and spat on my car. Yes, spat on the Texas Ford Explorer. Now, I'm not sure if he meant to spit on the Texas Ford Explorer, but it doesn't really matter. You people who know me know I'm slightly high-strung. I wound down the window and I just looked at him and said, "Hey, you fucking idiot, are you right?" And this kid looks at me and shit his pants. I've never seen anybody shit their pants sitting down before. But this kid definitely did. 4 little lacrosse players in a Lexus fucking nearly died. He wound his window up. That was his cone of silence. And the guy in the back goes, "You have a problem?" I said, "Yeah, my problem is I'm going to jump out of this car and knock the teeth out of every one of you fucking little kids." But you know what? Social distancing. Today you get a pass. That's how it works. Today, of all days, you 4 dickheads get a pass. Okay? That's how we're going to work today. Hold on, folks. I'm going to take a quick break. Gatorade. Good for this shit. Anyway, one thing we have seen this quarantine, this pandemic has brought out in everybody is this influx of DJs who've decided to do their own private shows for everybody. And the worst kind of DJ you can get is the one who puts his shit on his balcony for the whole neighborhood to enjoy. Okay, I can tell you one thing right now. From my experience in nightclubs, for every good DJ, there are 10 shit DJs. Okay? And what I saw the other day was a shit DJ. He wasn't the worst DJ I've ever seen. The worst DJ I've ever seen was a nightclub in Houston, and we fired him 10 minutes into his set. He was fired that early that the goddamn promoter came out and said, listen, the music's fine. I don't know why you're firing the guy. And we said, we've been playing Spotify for 10 fucking minutes, mate. He got fired 10 minutes ago. He's packing up his shit. He's already unplugged. That's DJ Spotify. He's the best guy in the joint. Cheap too. But this guy lights up the other day, and he actually lit up straight across the road here on Sunset. On the 3rd floor, sits out there with his decks. Everybody's pumped. You can see people at the decks, and he starts out with Despacito. I thought there was going to be a riot. Thank God LA doesn't have guns. Because I tell you what, he just about destroyed everything with that, okay? People are yelling at this poor bloke, shut your shit up. So quarantine DJs, this be a lesson. Don't do your stuff out in public. All right, while we're at it, folks, I'm going to pop the back door on this thing because it's too damn hot in here. Hold on. Oh. All right, we've got some air in the back now. Things aren't so bad. Okay. Last week I was watching ladder porn. People falling off ladders on the internet got me going. This week I found a new thing, okay? If anybody here has an above ground pool, and I know some of you people do in Texas, you backyard white trash people, you've got them. The big above ground pool, all right? You're already on the radar of what I've been checking out, okay? Now, if you have a trampoline and an above ground pool, you're a high risk category. You're going down. You might as well just put a fucking YouTube camera on the side of your double wide and just wait for your kids to fuck up. Because you're going to have 500,000 views in about a day. Now, you're going to have a trip to the emergency room as well because little Timmy now has his elbow stuck up his ass. But apart from that, that's the problem you're going to have, okay? There should be a house. There should be a fucking reality show where they just set up a bunch of families with a couple of above-ground pools, a double wide to work out of, and a shitload of trampolines around those things, and just give those kids a bunch of chocolate and red drink and just see what happens next. That's the best quarantine show I can think of right there, okay? That's going to be the best thing you've ever seen, all right? I challenge you, go to YouTube, Google it, above ground trampoline, bang, enjoy yourself, okay? That's where it's coming from right now. Now, I also saw someone the other day try and get into a fist fight on roller skates at Huntington Beach during the protests. Don't do that either. That's a horrible fucking idea because the way physics works, you people who dropped out of school, because if you're probably getting around on roller skates, you probably didn't go to school very much. Okay, when you put force in one direction, your legs go the other way. This guy's trying to punch a guy and he's going backwards the whole fucking time. This is the best fight I've ever seen. All right, folks. So, a lot of you joined up late, okay? I'm going to give you a quick recap of what you've missed, all right? So, let me take a breath. Right, I gave you guys a quick review of the movie, The Lost City of Z, which should be renamed We Can't Find Shit. We talked about the prospect of punching somebody in the head once a month. Everybody should get a chance to do that without any retribution. I talked about Instagram, freaking people out on Instagram Live being the only person viewing in a chat, and thank God 30 of you are here right now, so there's not one person being that person. We spoke about my favourite pastime, which was watching people fuck up at Spirit Check-In. Frontier will do as well, okay? But watching people lose their minds and have a brain explosion, that's one of my favourite pastimes. We were talking about the Indonesian child jockeys that make $700 a month, riding a horse like a fucking lunatic. Those guys are all good. You should check that shit out. Subawamba is the name of the goddamn island in Indonesia. We spoke about speaking Japanese to get out of a traffic ticket. Wakarimasen, wakarimasen, wakarimasen. Means I don't understand. Remember that next time you run into a cop. We spoke about rich kids spitting on my fucking car. Those pricks. Okay? I'm going to get one back on them. Self-control, folks. We spoke about shitty quarantine DJs on their balconies. Don't do it anymore. Please keep that shit inside the club. We spoke about people fighting in roller skates. You can't do it. It's physically not possible. And we also discussed the concept of a reality show where all there is above ground pools, kids hyped up on sugar, and trampolines. That should be the real thing. Okay? That should be a real thing. Right. Fuck. Woo. So, I'm sitting there the other day. I got a hotel the other day to have a shower because I have a shower every 4 days. That's nice. That's what happens when you live in the car and they shut down all the gyms. Okay? And I'm watching Top Gun for the 20th time. But this is the first time I've had an edible gummy bear before I watched goddamn Top Gun. I've never seen it high before. And I'll tell you what happens, okay, when that happens. What happens is you spend 2 hours down a wormhole on the internet trying to figure out how high the goddamn volleyball net is so Tom Cruise can spike the ball. All right, 2 hours I spend down a hole trying to figure out if Anthony Edwards is standing in a fucking trench so he can high-five Tom Cruise's short ass. How the hell they get the trick photography? It's not CGI. How the hell they get him to spike the damn ball? And I've come to the conclusion that it had to be in a fucking tennis court that they were playing on, and then everybody else was standing in holes. That's the only way that he got over that net, okay? Standing in a goddamn tennis court, okay? Oh, gee whiz. I tell you what. I'm on the line the other day and I got into an argument. As you do, everybody's got into an argument during the pandemics. Everybody's argued with somebody about, you don't know shit, you don't know shit, you don't know anything. That happened to me the other night on Facebook. And it was about 12 comments long. 12 comments long, this little thing. And it got a little bit rude towards the end. It got to being, fuck you, no, fuck you, you're wrong, you're wrong. And then this guy typed in, you know what, you're right. And I went, fuck yeah, I'm right. And he said, that last bout of chemo must have screwed up my head a little bit. I haven't been thinking straight. So now I'm on there giving shit to a cancer survivor. Now I'm the arsehole. How do you work that around? I'm like, I'm the guy in trouble because this guy's an asshole? All right? So now I got to apologize. But no, here's the problem. See, it just says, if you'd have seen the context, which is above everything, you'd have noticed that if you click on the other comments, but no one ever does that. They just see me going, you're a dick. I survived cancer. Fuck. What are you going to do? I tell you what. I don't know what you're going to do, folks. I mean, there's a lot of things going bad in the world right now, but I tell you what, Australia, we don't get any respect, okay? We don't get a single bit of respect from anybody these days, all right? I'm convinced America doesn't take us very seriously at all, okay? In 1854, we invented the first ice-making refrigerator, which would do really well in here right now, by the way, because it is hot as balls in this car. Okay? We invented the first ice-making refrigerator in 1854. Okay? That happened. You're welcome, America. That was us. Australia invented the pacemaker. We invented the electric drill. We invented teeth braces and the movie clapperboard. Okay? America's reaction? Nothing. Not a damn thing. Okay? We make American innovation better through Australian invention. Okay? You guys invented the passenger plane. We invented the black box. All right? You guys invented the nuclear sub. We invented the damn torpedoes that come out of it. You pioneered the spread of STDs. That was all you. And we invented fucking penicillin. That's us. Okay? You invented the iPhone. We invented fucking Wi-Fi. As a CSIRO, Australian invention, we invented Wi-Fi. Yet, every time I talk to an American and tell them I'm from Australia, all you guys can remember is the Simpsons episode where the toilet spins around the wrong way. You come up to me about Hemsworth. What is there? Fucking Chris, Luke, and Liam? Who the fuck is Liam? I don't even know there was a Hemsworth named Liam, and I'm from Australia. Okay? You throw a shrimp on the barbie. You go, that's not a knife, that's a knife. You go, the dingo ate my baby. That's all you tell me. And you know what? Then you tell me Vegemite tastes like shit. Well, guess what? I'll let you in a little secret. We fucking know it does. Folks, I can't tell you enough how much of fun it is to talk to you guys. If you want to keep this going, please hit me up on Venmo or PayPal. I don't get unemployment right now. These shows put food on the table, okay? I do appreciate all your help, okay? that's pretty much all from me. If anybody has any questions, I'll knock a few out right now before I tie this thing up. But yeah, that's where we're at, folks. That's the show. If you arrive late, that's all I got, folks. I got 20 minutes in me today, and I'm about to have heat exhaustion. Oh, braces? You fact-checked my braces, have you? Well, there you go. Well, maybe... You know what? Australians also invented talking shit. So we may have elaborated just a little bit as well, okay? John Eagle-Eye, thank you very much. Folks, thank you very much for coming out. I mean, we're all done right now. This is just basically Q&A. If you turned up late, okay, the whole stream will be online. You can check the whole thing out. Fortunately, I've only got about 25 minutes in me right now before this whole thing falls down. Fucking knifey spoony, Forest of Spain, hell yes, mate. Gentlemen, ladies, I can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. I love every one of you for checking out my work. It's only going to get better. We're pushing forward with this thing. I'm only going to keep knocking these out every 2 weeks. Thank you very much for your help today. Yeah, for all of you, please check out the stream. And we'll go and do this again in 2 weeks. From now, we'll knock out more. How many ball sacks? How many ball sacks have you been under to know what as hot as balls feels like? Well, you know what? That's a very good question right there. How much time do you write a day? About 2 hours a day. I put into this. 2 hours a day. This keeps me sane right now. Until this thing's over, this keeps me sane. So thank you very much. Lloyd, good to see you, mate. You missed most of it. If you're just arriving late, you can go back and pick up the whole show. It'll be online. We're at the Q&A part of the night right now. Anybody else got any other questions other than I wish I could reach out and hug every one of you? Thank you very much. Yeah, welcome to my humble abode. It's, yeah, there's not much going on back there, but yeah. That's what it is, folks. Okay, you can all go back and catch up with the thing. I really appreciate your support. Follow me on YouTube as well. That's where the videos will be coming out. Like I said, if you want to donate, please do. It keeps food on the table. Thank you very much, folks. We'll see you next time. This is Aussie Dan saying good night. Cheers. And Mum and Dad, look, I didn't swear too much this time.